Hello everyone, welcome back to the Wizard of Oz Beyond the Yellow Brick Road, and you'll have to pardon this recording just a tad bit. I had to adjust some of the settings on my camera because the intense darkness of the area was kind of fucking with the light, so it's a little but that's about the best I could get. Terror? Oh. Hey, wasn't you in the intro? Novels? I think you already have me in your story. I mean, isn't that why they're with me? Actually, wouldn't that be weird? It's like, she wrote The Wizard of Oz within the land of Oz, well, the land of magic to them. And she just vanishes? Well, that was random. Ish. It's like, hi, random people. I could use you in my story. Goodbye. So we got some moon bats. They were in the previous area, well, near the end of it. For some reason, I like using the straw man, usually to take out bats. I don't know why. Probably because I could use him multiple times. I mean, he's a decent melee fighter for normal enemies. It's just he sucks for really strong enemies. But of course he's also really fast. You can usually take his turn before most of the enemies, in most cases usually. But yeah. So as opposed to the previous video I did, I have now actually beaten this game from the future. Sadly, I have to actually re-record the entire ending. Not just the ending, the boss fight in general, because I had a mishap. And of course, you know, here's rule number one. If you're gonna change something in your recording style, double check there's no flaws in it. For some magical reason, you see my camera, which you can always see it on the pure black screens there, staring into your soul. It has a mic built into it too, which I never use for anything, period. Not even when I was previously recording this, I actually used my headset mic to capture its sound prior to the new system, which, well, you hear now. But sadly, the program decided it wanted to turn the camera's mic on and use that as opposed to the direct feed to the freaking sound of my DS. So, what instead of hearing this, you hear tap 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 tap. Ugh. So, I am gonna completely redo the last fight in the ending. There's no way am I gonna freaking do anything about that, but that wasn't the only video that got affected by that. So was the journey on the Yellow Brick Road. And you know, I thought about redoing it, but then I looked at how long it took to do the entire Yellow Brick Road. It took pretty much 40-ish minutes to explore it all and get all the treasures, and, well, to be honest, you know, I'll probably re-mention it in that video, because it's not going to be that long. I'm actually going to speed it up and do something a little silly with it. Because let's be honest, at this point, the enemies, well, I mean, they're getting harder, but overall, it's not like they're changing radically. There's nothing really too newish about the enemies. They're just more recycled ones with some more moves. I mean, the only thing I'd probably really mention is if you want a level grind in it, it's fight the apes, but that's in the future. But the point is, it's going to be a little faster, a little silly that for just the Yellow Brick Road recording. But I'm going to redo the actual final boss and everything. But yeah, that's in the future. We're not going to talk anymore about that. So back to where we are now. So we're in Halloween Town. I thought we were getting a buffet here, but I guess not. Damn it. Of course, then again, I actually went to Pizza Hut's buffet today. So I guess I already had my buffet. Yeah, nothing too unusual about the enemies, except for, well, of course, the new one you might have noticed is the jack-o'-lantern ghost thing. That's actually something new. Thank goodness. I mean, wasn't you getting sick of seeing the same damn enemies? But they're not too generally different, really, to be honest. Looking at the time that it took to do this stage, I'm kind of surprised how quick it was compared to the other ones, in my opinion. I mean, it was only 30 minutes to get to the boss, but to me it felt like it was a much longer way and a lot more amazing. And ooh, there's no black ghost. By the way, I actually, back here in the future, I actually tried to kill one of those a few times. You know, experimenting, because apparently you get the best equipment in the entire game off the black ghosts, and each spawn location only gives one type of item. So basically, like, if you want, say, the Tin Man's best weapon, you need to find the location of the black ghost that has a chance of dropping his best weapon. Sadly, I couldn't kill him. The closest I got was 25%, and the next turn it ran away. So, I have to level up a lot more if I want to kill him, and well, I've already beaten the game, so it's not really much point to me, unless, I guess if I wanted to level up more and kill the father dragons. But at this point, it takes way too long to level grind off the normal enemies. But then again, maybe that's also partially the point of the black ghosts, probably to level grind off them, because, you know, actually, if we look back at my recordings, we'll actually notice there have been several times that there were black ghost spawns right near HP and MP restoration spots. So, I guess the point is probably more to just kind of continuously level grind off them once you can kill them. Oh boy, good luck with that. My end level is 42, so if you're looking, I'm not saying it's impossible, but damn, you need a lot of luck if you're going to kill him at that level. A lot of luck. Oh boy. You see, we're already like 7 minutes in. We haven't even gotten inside. I was like so sure this was going to be a really freaking long place. I just can't believe how short it was, to be honest. It's just shocking. See, we're finally getting inside. Why is it called Welcome In anyway? I mean, it's like you go to some Halloween-themed area with somebody who writes horror novels, and their place is called Welcome In. Like, I mean, even Final Fantasy VII had a decent name for their freaking hotel. It just seems kind of weird to me, but I'm crazy. But hey, thank goodness there were jack-o'-lantern monsters to at least add a little new variety in here, because oh boy, do we really need it. I mean, seriously. In case you wonder what I'm doing, because I'm sure some people have realized by now that, well, it's not like I kept it a secret. I kind of level grind in a few of the other games I'm playing when I do these post commentaries, because, well, it gives me something to do, and because, you know, I have to sit here and we watch all this again. I mean, I could talk a lot about the enemies, but I mean, I don't feel like they're so in depth. Well, you need to, like, you know, the big cats. From this point on, you do need to watch out for them more. They're gonna start. I think in the next area, they're gonna actually start using the battle wind skill that the Tin Man has. So you gotta be careful about that. Very dangerous. I don't remember if the ones in this area could do it, but they still hit hard. But I mean, see, they don't really evolve too much. I mean, they get stronger, but overall, it doesn't, like, evolve new, unique skills you've never seen before. If anything, actually, it seems the later you get into the game, the more they steal your own abilities you have. And, well, you could call that kind of cheap in one way, you know, just reusing what you have to save cost in programming of that, or just efficient usage. That's your call, folks. I hate those puffish, those hate the puffish and the gas. Weirdest enemies in the game, in my opinion. Oh, is it all the way boss time? Round face? Well, you see, it's not a flat face. Cows. This ain't Earthbound, damn it. PK Fire. Uh-huh. So does that mean you'll scare the hell out of the Tin Man too? And again, just vanishes. In hell, I found the other times they're just weird when they vanish. It's even weirder here. It's like, yes, yes, let me write all that. Poof. Okay. You know, I never read the actual book to Wizard of Oz, but I know it's a lot darker than the MGM movie that, well, most people know the Wizard of Oz from. But, when I was looking into this game before I bought it, to my understanding, there's a few references to things in the book that wasn't in the movie, but aside from that, there ain't a lot. One thing I am curious to know is about the witches, to be honest. Because in the book, there is a witch for every direction, north, south, east, and west, and while it's probably obvious they're not named the same or have a real sharing interests, I just wonder if there was, like, some kind of connection, maybe, in their design with the book's witches. Because, of course, in the movie adaptations, well, we only get to really know, what, 2 of them? Well, technically 3 of them, I guess. Well, actually, was that Kyoto in the Disney Return to Oz a witch? The one who took her head off? She was a witch, wasn't she? I don't remember, actually. I mean, it's been so freaking long since I've seen that movie. Good lord, it scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid. Oh, dear. Yeah, that whole part with Jack at the end with the Gnome King. Oh, boy. Don't show that to your kid. Well, probably kids wouldn't find that scary anymore. Much more realistic, scary shit these days than that old claymation shit back then. But I tell you, that fucking scene just scared the fuck out of me when I was a little kid. Oh boy. Just him looking down his throat in the fiery pit of his gut. Ugh. You know, I always found it funny though that supposedly the Disney movie is so much more faithful to the original books than the MGM movie. And similar to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory to the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory book, a lot of people call betrayal against the Disney movie when it's actually vice versa. Like, the Willy Wonka movie, like, had very, very little, anything to do with Charlie. If anything, it had more to do with Wonka, which again, the Tim Burton did that one, didn't he? The new Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, didn't he? I think he did, didn't he? But anyway, that version actually had this similar situation to the Disney Return to Oz, where it was, well, supposedly more faithful to the book. But keep in mind, I've never read either the Oz books or the Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory, so I don't really know how faithful, but I do get a general idea that, of course, obviously the Willy Wonka reboot movie had a modern twist to a lot of the songs and shit. And I wasn't a fan of the songs. I liked the kind of idea of the story, which is basically what the book's idea of the story was, but I didn't like how while Wonka was portrayed in that reboot movie. Really strange acting. How do you say, motivation?